I've been doing a lot of work in the bar and restaurant space lately, not just leasing and sales of buildings that are for bars and restaurants, but also the sale of the actual assets. So people ask me, Tim, how do I sell my bar? How do I sell my restaurant? That's a great question. The first thing that we do is a pre-valuation. So when we meet, I like to get a feel for how the business operates. How much time does the owner have to spend there? Do they have the right staff? Do they have the right people in place who can manage it if they were to step away? Do you ever get to take a vacation? If the owner doesn't get to go on vacation and have the business continue to run smoothly, it may not be a completely sellable business. The more that you can work offsite, hands off, the better the likelihood is of selling that business. The other thing is, what's the potential for that business to continue to grow over time just based off of the brand? Does the brand have loyalty? Does the brand have, has it been around long enough for people to continue to go to even if the owner steps away? Is it a franchise? A franchise is a great business to sell because it's easier to operate. They're set up with systems in place that already allow the owner to not necessarily work hands-on day in, day out. The other thing that we're going to look at is your P&L for the last 2 years, any licenses that you have, any lawsuits that are pending, any improvements that need to be made to the property, whether you own or lease the property. What does that lease structure look like? We review all of these things to come up with a potential value based on what the market is looking for. In our market right now, sports bars are growing. We're looking at more and more places for people to operate, high-end cocktail bars. We're seeing a growth and a resurgence in these places where people want to come, hang out, have a little bit more quiet environment, and a longer lasting bar or restaurant feel. Family-owned businesses or family-friendly businesses are really big right now in San Antonio. So depending on your specific market is going to determine what somebody's willing to pay and how they think they can grow this thing. Professionals who buy and sell restaurants on a regular basis often look for a distressed business more than they look for something that's operating perfectly. That does not mean that there's not a market for a business that is either distressed, maybe has some assets, maybe could have a management takeover that will help turn things around. And there's also a market for businesses that have been operating smoothly for a long period of time, where somebody just wants to step in and capitalize on that business.